cracking fools? Today we're out here at good old-fashioned Greenup Off-Road Park in beautiful Greenup, Kentucky. Gonna take you off for a couple laps here today. Today, first day out on the track really in a couple years. Haven't been riding lately. Been a couple years now, maybe 3 or 4. But anyway, you're not gonna be watching the fastest lap times out, or even the fastest of the day, so take mercy on me. But anyway, I'm out here having fun on my 2020 YZ450. Just picked the bike up probably about 8 months ago. Haven't got to break her out too many times, but been really liking it. Had a good group out with us today too. Had my man Ethan, Frank, Brett, Damien. We had a good group, 5 bikes. But we got Ethan out there on his Husqvarna 450. Super clean bike. Dude's very meticulous about his machines and just super clean machine. And we got Frank out there on his KX 450. He's just out there ripping, having a good time. And we got Brett out there, biggest surprise of the day, on the CRF 450 RL. A little dual sport action for you, but better watch out. That thing will surprise you out there on that track, I'll tell you what. We got my man Damien out there, CRF 450, big barking, but great day out on the track with the boys. But like any good track day, there's going to be a couple mishaps. We had my man Ethan show up. A little late night oil change man got to him. Showed up running no oil fill plug. So don't know if he left it behind on the toolbox or rattled out. Don't know yet, but anyway, got lucky, saved it, caught it, put some Gorilla Tape on that thing, ready to run. But we also had Damien out there. Maybe had a guy behind him riding a little over his head. Rear-ended this man, taking out the fresh Bill's pipes. Absolutely wrecking it, so a couple mishaps of the day, but nothing too serious. So now, I'm going to take you for a little lap around the track. Come underneath this tree here. Got a big straight stretch, loading up for this fat tabletop. Coming up short, bonk, blow the fork seals right out. But coming around this corner here, dirt was a little tacky in this corner. Otherwise, track was pretty dusty to be honest, but had a little rain throughout the day, definitely helped that corner hook up. But hit this little double here, and you drop down. This was a cool corner, had a decent berm on it. Then you come into this straight stretch here, wheelie up this little hill, and drop down into the trees. So this section was pretty cool. I liked how it incorporated into the wood line back here, and you drop off this little ledge, and this big straight stretch. This one was pretty fun. You can get a decent amount of speed on it, and this was one of my favorite parts right here. I loved coming over this, just dumping it, hauling it. So come up to this other tabletop, take you right. This one was sweet because you kind of jumped into the corner, and then had this nice little S-turn here into these jumps here. And this was probably everybody's least favorite part of the track. This corner was just ate up and tight. Basically, we carried no speed. It was so loose, I was just spinning all the way up until where I'm at here. So then got another skill issue right here. These little loop section. I ain't even gonna try, guys. Not happening. But come back up, and you take a ride up here, and I'm just rolling everything. But pretty good little track. And this part's a little sketch. My first lap came up through here, boom, right into a right corner. I about jumped into some dude's truck sitting up there. Got Ethan on hot pass right there, kicking up some dust. But yeah, pretty decent little track setup. It's pretty long, honestly. It has good elevation. Highly recommend coming and checking it out. Got my man Frank passing me on the big dog barking KX 450 with that brand new FMF pipe on her. Letting that thing absolutely bark on that double. But yeah, had a Yoshi on that thing before, and brother laid it down and tore it up. Time for a freshen. Little neutral action for you. Absolute squid out here riding, but you know how she goes. Look pro, ride slow. But yeah, coming up on this straight stretch, just putting around, taking it easy. Not going too hot. We've been already riding all day long, so a little gas at this point. And to be quite honest with you boys, a little too much vape, a little too much McDonald's, so can't really pound them out like I used to back in the day. Favorite part on the track right here, you're up. But come up on this tabletop, then another tabletop into this corner, and this is another one of my favorite parts of the track, this S-turn. Whew, so fun to hit, but a little mishap up here. Got Ethan laying her down. Had to lay her down. Here we got Damien and Ethan battling it out around the corner, coming up this straight, loading up for this tabletop. Thought it was a cool little clip, so I was going to add it in there for you guys. But yep, it's a great facility. I highly recommend you all coming and checking it out. They got a huge trail system, single track that runs along the whole property. I think he said it was about 3 miles long, so that's pretty cool. I only touched a little bit of it this day. We were mainly focusing on the track. But they also got a supercross track out there, but it was closed today. He hasn't done maintenance on it in a long time. We went and checked it out, but it was extremely overgrown, and but it looked very promising. It looked like it could have been a fun little track they had out there, so highly recommend checking it out. And I'm gonna call it here, quit yapping my jaws. So I'm gonna let this video play out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.